as a possibility for Fabian if he's explored it. And I'm wondering whether or not TLID want to go for the ban against Valentina. Because technically, ONIC still have the ability to pick up Valentina, take the Nether Realm for themselves, but instead they go for the Yves ban, taking it away from Sans.
They're focusing more on the team fight prowess here. Again, any kind of AoE, any kind of way for ONIC to kind of force Team Liquid ID to stick around in the same area, like the real-world manipulation. Yeah, that could be, you know, a winning factor here. So they go for the Tushin and the Yves first. But again, with the Valentina can be an option, especially if they want to go for... Yeah, the Valentina can be an option, or the Kimi actually.
Kimi!
Right.
Kimi is still available, obviously.
Continuous damage output has always been a great solution here. And you can hit everyone at the same time with that Kimi when they are grouping up for the Paramis.
They have a good setup as well, right? On the back of a Detraction Pulse. But now it's up to TLID to go for their pick. I mean, they are still without a marksman. Jungler as well. Fabian, what does he pick, right? Because, again, the sample size is limited to the Suyos mostly. And
here's the thing. Technically, Fabian can still pick up the Lucas.
Lucas, yeah.
And there's no setup against the Lucas either. But he has to be careful because there's still a potential slot from ONIC. So wait for the Lucas pick for the next pick. Wait for Sans to pick up something else.
Yeah.
And then he can utilize that as a possibility because that is something he hasn't used in the regular season. Exactly. So he goes Granger first.
Yeah. Cool. Makes sense.
Right. So now, without knowing exactly what the plan is for Team Liquid ID, do they want to go for that Valentina and still get the value out of the Nether Realm? Or do they want to go with a good old tried and true Farsa for Sans? Because on Sans, the hero isn't just an artillery mage, it's also a utility assassin.
Last pick though for ONIC. Yeah, they need a mid laner that can really fare against the Paramis. The Valentina was a good shout. They have extra sustainability then if they have the Nether Realm stolen into their clutches. But again, the question is the magic damage enough from the Valentina, right? I mean, it could be in certain degrees, but they go for the Farsa, so... I don't know, man, the Farsa? I think the Farsa gets disrupted by the Phoveus. The Phoveus can just dive to the backline and have safety with the Guiding Wind.
Well, this is Sans we're talking about, though.
Exactly.
It is a lot more difficult to get to him somehow. But to be fair, the goddess of Jakarta, Yehezkiel, knows how the Farsa wants to operate.
Yeah.
A very avid Farsa player himself. Now, though, final pick here for Team Liquid. Is it gonna be the Lucas? Do they want to fight fire, you know, or do they want to go with the aggression? Or do they want to fight fire with fire and go for the expert like you're mentioning, Eterna? Something even crazier somehow.
What are the other options we're looking at? Fredrin?
Fredrin gets kind of easily, to be honest. Lucas.
There you go, Lucas.
Called it, yeah.
Alright.
So in a weird way, both teams want to just go in and dive. More burst damage available for Team Liquid ID. More AoE available for ONIC. Now the problem is, when Team Liquid ID are grouping up together, that Feather Airstrike has to be dealt with. The Fist Crack as well, and even the Heavy Crossbow. The AoE damage output is just so much higher from ONIC. So Team Liquid ID have to find ways to avoid that. Perhaps using the Mathilda's mobility.
Exactly, so we're going to see exactly how this all pans out as we head over to our casters. Mirko, Sheffin, take it away for game number 2.
As Mirko would say, it was a stompy stomp in the first game. But let's see if TLID can flip the script here. They have the winning lineup in Season 14. They were the runner-up in M6. Can they do it against the mighty ONIC? Here we go, game number 2.
We've been seeing a whole lot of the mighty ONIC here so far. Game number 1. Indeed, Sheffin was a stompy stomp. Let's see if game 2 is any better for Liquid. Because the drafts, we went through it. I think we got all of the picks right. And I don't think we're too big of a fan of the TLID drafts, right? This is like very one-dimensional team fight draft from them.
Yeah, but you gotta remember, Mirko, these combos in Season 11. You can bring it back to that season. The Faramis Mathilda. The Mathilda Phoveus. Mathilda Lucas. This works really well. As Yehezkiel getting burned out of his flicker carry takes some camps away from Fabian. Some pressure early game right from the get-go from ONIC.
Oh man. The thing about the they're gonna go all in on Taran. Maybe forcing a flicker out, brought back to the team again. Wow, still saving the flicker! First blood! What?
This is as worse as it gets, especially for an EXP laner. You need the XPs for you to be able to contest the first neutral objective, and they just shoot themselves in the foot.
We got
that
that
one.
Chefin, this is a Phobius. You need 4. You need to survive there. I wonder what the decision was. I mean, yes, sometimes you do want to save your flicker. B-Boy walks up, he has skills in the KCC, and now good night as well. Fabian goes for the fight, doesn't have ult, has the guiding wind to take it away, but it's a 1,000 gold lead for the mighty ONIC.
They said on my bingo card, Kyo is losing the lane too. Top lane, it's nightmare for Iran. Mid lane, Keyboy is doing work. Already 2 involvement in the kills. Kyrie looking for a kill here to Kyo, already level 4. And it was it's already 1.4k in a span of 2 minutes. This is, we might be seeing once again the resurgence of a prime ONIC.
I feel like TLID are taking it so, like they're taking the front face value of all the picks from ONIC. They're really not thinking about it deep. That's the thing about Yep's draft. You see a few picks, you can't just go for that pure counter straight up. I wonder why the Jusin was banned. Honestly, for the airstrike down below, Kyo, flicker out, free turtle. This is looking to be a stompy stomp. Sounds of the flicker out. Fabian does have the Sacred Beast form. Will be able to dive in. B-Boy for the stun. B-Boy unable to go for the chain. CC. Fabian gets away the guiding wind from Witty, but no one follows through.
Yep. This is just absolute domination again in the early game. Even more than game number 1. Looking at the win rates though, Fabian. That's a pretty bad win rate on Lucas. 0 out of 3 in regular season. Let's see if they can, once again, you know, flip the script, because it's not looking very good for the Cavalry right now. If this continues on, Eterna said 3-0 might really be possible.
After looking at the drafts, I wasn't a believer before, right? You told me it might be a 3-0 day. I'm like, nah, maybe B tier Ultrigo, but not ONIC TL. After game 1 and then the drafts in game 2, I think you guys have convinced me this could be, yes, a 3-0. And man, what a 3-0 would it be? We expected TLID to pull up a whole lot more fight in their first match. An elimination match as the defending champions.
Yep. They got better later part of the season, but when you look at the improvement of ONIC compared to other teams, it's pretty much night and day. Yep, the savior of ONIC and Kyrie already looking for an engage. Kill getting chopped on.
That'll kill as well.
Too easy. Way too easy. I don't think he needs even the shadow kill at that part. Keyboy still saving up the flicker, still saving up the ult, and Savero is having the time of his life. Keyboy, are you looking for a solo kill, my dude?
Yeah, taking a stampede away already. No engage potential, mid lane's being frozen. This is a complete shutout. ONIC are not letting TLID breathe, not even in their own jungle.
Yep. Very early going one there from San, so a lot more work to do for Weedy and crew, because they do rely heavily on the extra shields, extra HPs that's gonna come. Even the spell farms coming in from Fabian and Iran, but they're still on the case on towards the turtle. They have the advantage.
But with the flicker already with the grab as well. Now, able to get onto him. Fabian with the Sacred Beast already used up. That's going to be a big bait onto the resources of TLID. Sacred Beast does nothing.
Oh,
the tail beast
Lord.
pump tickled. Look, he regens back up, and the win condition of TL is evaporating.
Silver lining, Kyo is getting some turret hits, but Savero still has the sprint. Let's see if they want to go for this one. No. ONIC, man, they're playing it a bit too cleanly, I gotta say. In that fight earlier, they understand, especially Lutpi understands, even though right now he's not on the damage jungler that he really likes, he still somehow controls the objective for ONIC. Looking at the in-game equipment by Dunia Games, already 1.2k on the jungle. This is just absolute nightmare for TL. They're looking to make something happen here, but Keyboy with the stun!
Whoa! Keyboy turns it around, Lutpi in the back as well. He's got to be careful about the Ghost Bursters and all in over the back, but no Sacred Beast form, just a turret take, but responded over by Kai up top with another turret.
Yep, it's a trade. At this point, they want to take any trade that they can take, even though it's an equal one. It's gonna favor towards the losing team. They're still gonna stack up on the stacks coming in from Kyo though, so that might be something they can use or utilize in the late game, but Lutpi can just open the bushes anytime that he wants to. Already some EXP leads on towards Iran. Keyboy again on the Badang, on the momentum heroes, you always can count on this guy to make the play.
Wow.
First item secured, finally, by Fabian.
I don't know, Sheffin. This arena, this ONIC performance really is giving me those flashbacks of the mighty ONIC of season 13, 12, 11, and 10.
A bit too long.
A bit too long, their reign, their dynasty. But it could be flashbacks or a rewind of what we saw before. ONIC are really controlling every single point. Oh, Aran's chunked down, Feather Airstrike. Taking your SQ Force and regen slow push up top. This is beautiful from ONIC.
Yeah, all the while ONIC, Kyrie is just farming.
Yeah.
He does not care about the team fights at all. Even right now, he has almost 4-level lead after this turtle against Fabian. But he wants to go for the steal. Did he get it? I think he did. And he gets the turtle.
No, Sans gets a turtle. That's the
Who
key
cares?
in him.
Oh my
Who cares
God.
indeed? The orange buff got taken. Fabian is a 4. He was 4 levels down. Now he's 9. So that makes it only 3.
Not much better.
What? The thing is, Sheffin, this is what we were already discussing about in the draft itself. I didn't like the Faramis pick because it forced them to just purely play for team fights. They went with the Granger, and then the Lucas was kind of like an obvious pick. They're stuck in this win con. They're stuck in winning a team fight. How do you win a team fight up against a composition that scales better than you, that can deal that much damage? We're still in the early game. I don't even count this as mid-game yet.
Yeah, maybe they need to kite, but maybe a bit too late at this point. 5K, they're still chasing for that 1K gold difference per minute prime ONIC that we used to see. And mind you, this is the stage that ONIC got that 4-beat.
Wow.
ONIC always remind that to me every time he went to sleep. Now, TLID, what do they do? That was the question that you asked to me, Miracle.
Yeah.
But at this point, they're just, waiting for a mistake coming from ONIC. Oh,
Is it the best choice to go for Shadow Kill? Kai picks up a kill. The Netherrealm was years too late.
That's a Phobius, my dude.
Look at Main Kids. Even he's kind of cringing at that damage.
Yeah, he's bracing for ONIC in the next round already, it seems like. And it would be a tough matchup even for Geek Fam. TLID. Being on the back foot is an understatement. They're in the purgatory right now, trying to climb back from the depths of hell. Look at the shots coming in from San, forcing Kyo and Yeheskiel to maybe recall. Jeez.
ONIC are re-climbing the stairs back to the sky, trying to reclaim what was once theirs for the longest time. That Sky King mantle, that moniker, might just come back to them with this kind of performance. Great Dragon Spear, 3rd item. That's how much you know he's snowballing, brother. Usually you go for maybe a melting gun, maybe sometimes a win in nature when you're behind. He goes for a GDS. He wants extra move speed, more crit. He knows TLID cannot take the crit damage, even if they want to.
Yep. Even he's using the sprint. He is confident with his ability to get away from the danger. Kyrie using the Shadow Kill too to kill the Lord. And by the way, Miracle, Savero is actually using that GDS in the first game too in the 3rd item. So maybe it's his style.
Yeah. It's not just his style, it's
They're
7,000 gold in 8 minutes.
Good point, good point.
Oh, this is a 5-level lead. Lucas, he's not... The Naruto in MLBB isn't the Naruto in the anime, He scales in the anime. He can always just talk himself out of bad situations.
Nah, this is not the Shippuden Naruto, which is why he's losing to Kakashi.
Bro, this ain't even the OG Naruto. This is kindergarten Naruto,
Yeah.
Like when he was still being bullied. These are the bullies in school.
Shout out to Hiruzen, the best Hokage of all time.
Oh. Ew. ONIC taking control of the mid lane. Tier 2. They have... See, their Kyo isn't even good. Shadow Kill in the back. Netherrealm already baited with a flicker up from Kyo. They don't even have the best wave clear. Their wave clear is kind of mid. No, it's kind of bad.
And Sans will have the Feathered Airstrike anytime soon. This is just absolute disastrous. Absolute domination coming in from ONIC. 9K already in 10 minutes. Not quite the 1K per minute that we're used to seeing, but they can take the turret actually in the top lane here. They have the wave.
Uh-oh, Keyboard's in for the play. Goes in onto Aran, pins him down. That's going to be the guiding win. Anderson with the eagle! Fabian finds a kill. That's a turn. Maybe a mistake from ONIC. Playing it way too aggressively. Winnie jumps in with the guiding win again, but the Shadow Kill does a bit too much damage for them to respect.
Oh my God!
Kai and Lutpi!
They're still going crazy, Kai. still wants more. Still has the quad shadow. Didn't want to go for a run. He went for it, but didn't get the kill. But that was... Savero goes down first, mind you. And they still came out in an equal position.
It's because the damage is still on Kai and Sans. They are just so far ahead that even if you get these prio picks, you've already technically wasted all your resources to get those 2 picks. They should have just been happy with the 2 picks and went back. There's no bounty. This is what's so frustrating for TLID. Even if they get a good team fight now, the good team fight they're looking for is a wipeout.
Yep.
There are no bounties. They can slowly but surely come back into the game, but it'll be a very, very slow game.
ONIC got a hand. If TLID wants to win, the objective is just wait for an ONIC mistake, which is, at this point, it rarely happens. It just happened just now with Savero. A bit too overzealous, just trying to take the turret, but they cannot bank on that strategy. This is not, you know, some Tarkam level tournament. This is MPLID, the highest stage. Looking at the items though, Kyrie actually goes for
Endless? He's going for Endless, right?
And the
Rose
Magic
Gold.
Plate, so there's a bit of respect there from Kai, even though he is snowballing the hell out of this Hayabusa.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see the reaction earlier, right? When he went in just because of a single guy, the Netherrealm comes out. The flickers, they're just getting away from a single Kakashi.
You know what's crazy is the Shadow Kill could be used as bait to take away the Netherrealm.
And they still have the resource.
They'll still have... Sans is the split pusher here. Oh my lord.
What?
Gila indeed.
What the burb doing?
The Farsa, the bird, is down below, forcing TLID to rotate, giving the full control, full prio over to ONIC.
Whoa.
High with the open on the bush. Fabian is right there. They're still holding on to the Lord. Farsa slow pushing down below. They gotta concede this one. There's no chance. TLID contest full neutral objective control.
Jeez. And shout out to Keyboy, by the way. I think he's been the most, like, I guess, unsung hero of ONIC because he's been doing his best with the fist crack and also the walls. Just trapping everyone in his place. Kyo, I'm curious to see the economic position or status of this Granger compared to the Irithel, because look at the levels right now. It's already 2 on this 2 gold laner, and they almost take the turret without even a single turret taker in Savero or Kyrie in the bottom lane. And they're gonna take it with the Lord coming in the bottom lane.
Free from the mini waves. Mid lane siege coming down as well. Wave up top dealt with by TLID as they grouped up earlier. Savero slowly but surely munching at the HP bar of the turret in the mid lane. Still Canamine in there. Savero gets the final shot. Turret down in the mid lane and in the bottom lane. Sirens has
Watch out for Keyboy.
a feathered airstrike again. Watch out for Keyboy.
Yep, the flicker is always there. He's eyeing for that Keyboy moment. And it might happen in a few seconds. Concealed by Keyboy. Can he get it?
Good spacing from TLID, trying to deny that. Crazy play from Keyboy. Goes over the pin down right in front. Aran. 3 shots onto it.
Oh my god!
When the circling eagle, Fabian brought back again. Savero has him in the nature. Keyboy locks him down. Savero baited him. Ludpi in the back. Mounts Aran. A flicker up from Aran. Another realm to come down as well. But now it's gonna be Kai, who still has the shadow kill, mind you. Another realm dealt with. Ludpi walks up. We'll have to respect the damage.
Savero on the case, on the base. Kyrie goes in with a quad shadow. Can they do it? San still circling. And they go! Keyboy!
The cleanup. And it is over 2-0 for ONIC. A stompy stomp, 2 games in a row. Yikes.
Yikes is right. What the hell is this team, man? Are we seeing again the prime ONIC that we've always talked about in the regular season? We are seeing it in the postseason, in the playoffs. This might be it for Indonesia. The scariest team that's ever walked in MPL Indonesia stage is here.
Sheffin, we've heard the tales of ONIC, even from last season, how if they didn't get knocked out by Geek, they probably would have won their 5th title in a row. We're seeing glimpses of that, even stronger now. That narrative, the old guard with Ludpi and Savero. That trio mid that was already deadly. Now they have backup. They have backup who are just as clean. We gotta throw it over to the desk as well, because we can look at this game just through the picks, just through the fights, but I want the panel to really dissect the draft. That was, yeah, outplaying St. Lucas.
And panelists, there's a lot to break down. Go for it.
Welcome back to the panelists desk, boys and girls. Game number 2. That was a 14-minute, 44-second victory by ONIC. This means we're at match point.
Yeah.
So you're saying that the third game is going to be 16 minutes.
Yeah, we have 2-minute intervals.
2-minute intervals. No matter what, it's still an ONIC game. TLID, they literally have only 1 game life left.
Yeah, it's tough because ONIC, I felt like this draft also kind of forced Team Liquid ID into an unfavorable position. We talked about maybe the Faramis pick against the Glue, but it didn't really work out that well. The burst wasn't really there that you look for. Usually when you pick up the Faramis against the Glue to just pop the blobs. The Lucas was actually doing great stuff alongside the Matilda, trying to salvage a few plays. Like we saw up top, the damage was there, but I think ONIC was just way too fed, way too ahead to be stopped. So they were firing from all cylinders and it was hard to stop ONIC.
It's rough, man, because their composition forces them to go play a front-to-back properly. That's what the NetherRealm is in there. They have the Granger, right? This is a front-to-back composition with 2 really good fighters. The thing is, like, in the end, they were forced to use the Lucas as a bit of an assassin. You saw the Hail Mary play on the top side, man.